Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new video for you. What is tempo and why should we care about it? So you hear a lot of streamers and top players say, oh, why are we in tempo or I'm out of tempo? And today I'm here to give you the insider information on how to look for tempo in TFT. So tempo by definition is the rate of speed of motion or activity, aka the pace. And how does that relate to TFT? Well, in TFT, it means basically to keep up with your lobby. Look at the tempo of your lobby. So there are two parts in which you have to look at to see if you are in line with tempo or out of line. You need to look at one, the level, and two, the gold. And an extra part they added in set 5.5 is the radiant blessing, in which I'll talk about later on in the video. So let's get right into the material. Leveling. So there are different leveling patterns based on certain comps in the meta right now. So there's the standard leveling comp pattern, fast 8, fast 9, slow roll, and hyper roll, which I'll talk about. So knowing these leveling patterns is really important in tempo, because if you're able to hit your power spikes within your leveling patterns, through experience you'll understand when it means to be in tempo and out of tempo. So for example, for standard, your power spikes hits when you hit level 6, 7, and 8 basically. So as a standard player, you want to be as strong as possible throughout the entire game to not lose as much HP as possible. So some comps that uses the standard leveling, which is level 4 by 2-1, 6 by 3-2, 7 by 4-1, and 8 by 5-1, are Karma, Jax, Aphelios, Driven, Vel'Koz. Basically, a lot of these strong 4-cost units to try and get that top 4 or even win the lobby. So use this leveling pattern if you're uncontested and healthy. Although I'm not here to explain the very minute details of each of these leveling patterns, just know that when you hit these certain points and are strong enough at these certain points, you are considered in tempo. While now we talk about slow roll and hyper roll. So slow rolling and hyper rolling can be really scary for a lot of new players, as they don't want to break the 50 gold econ limit, and they don't want to go into low HP levels to search for their 3 stars. But here I'm going to explain why a lot of these slow rollers aren't afraid to lose a lot of HP early. So basically the idea of slow rolling and hyper rolling is you don't hit the level button and you basically refresh your shop until you hit your 3-star whatever cost. If it's 1 cost, you slow roll on 5, 2 on 6 or 7, 3 on 7 or 8. So slow rolling is just the act of when you hit past 50, you use the excess gold to find your 1 or 2 golden units. Or hyper roll, which is not really very prominent in this set because there are not that many strong like overpoweredly strong 1 costs that are very contested. Back in set 3, where there was Shredder Xayah, a lot of people contested for that comp and had to hyper roll, which is when you're really close to the 3-star of whatever you want, go past the 50 econ mark and try and dig for that unit. Of course, this is a really high risk, high reward play, but sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. So fast 8 and fast 9, this strategy revolves around sacrificing a lot of HP and not rolling to gain advantages to get stronger units in the future, like legendaries and more unit space on your team. So basically the idea of fast 8 and fast 9 is to save and greed as much econ in the expense of your HP. So same idea, level 4 by 2-1, level 6 by 3-2, level 7 by 4-1. And if you want to fast 8, you level at 4-5 and roll all your gold to try and hit your units. Or level 9 by 5-5, or as soon as possible, based on how healthy you are, to try and hit your legendaries 2-star. Just know that this is also a very high risk, high reward style, because if you don't hit your certain carry costs, then you're going to have to be donkey rolling for the rest of the game if you don't hit. So some comps like this include, contested 4 costs or legendaries at level 9. So just keep a note that all of these leveling patterns that I'm here to explain is basically to show you that if you follow these, leveling patterns, you'll be considered in tempo. And leveling is half of tempo. Let's talk about the other half, gold. So sure, you can level to 6 on 3-2, but if you have 0 gold at the end of the level, what's the point, right? What's the point of leveling? So here I listed 5 good stages to take a look at in your next few games. You want to kind of compare yourself to the rest of the lobby and see how your gold maintains with others. A lot of top players have a lot of different opinions on how to, play early stages, which I won't go into too much, where some people like making 10 gold by 2-2, 2-5, 2-6, or even just don't even make econ at all, which, I'm not here to argue with you. But if you want to stay in tempo with the lobby, you have to take a look at your lobby within these 5 stages. 2-1, you might see people with 0, 10 to 20 gold. 2-6, an acceptable value is 20 to 30 gold usually, unless you hit the bonkers and you hit everything 2-star. 3-2, that's when people usually like to roll down 30 gold to try and hit their 2-star 2 costs, but some people like to greed and usually stay above 40. At stage 4-1, remember that is the stage where people go to level 7. Here you'll see people roll down for their 2-star 4 costs and their 3 costs, or you could see people try and fast 8 like I explained in my other leveling pattern. So everything is situational. Everything that I'm explaining is very situational. The tempo and being ahead of the tempo is all like stuff that you have to come with the experience. And sometimes you are the one that high rolls, right? You are the one that gets the 20 gold opener and you can econ really early. By Krugs, you're 50 gold. By 3-2, you're like 70 gold. And I'm just providing you the basis, like the average you should get. And out of 50 games, 45 of it should be like this. So take a look at everyone's gold by each stages and min and maximize yourself to see if you're in tempo or out of tempo. Now the extra twist to it, the Radiance Blessing. So there are 3 different types of Radiant Blessings in the game right now, explained by the lead designer Mortdog. There are low quality, medium quality, and high quality Radiant Blessings. So I have a theory in which I don't like to sack my HP for lesser quality Radiant Blessings, while medium and high qualities are sometimes worth going under 40 just to have that comeback and be a little ahead of tempo than the lobby. What I mean by that is, take a look at this picture provided by Mortdog. You can see that the lesser quality, Radiant Blessings offer very little benefits, like 4 costs, 5 costs, reforgers, item removers, and like a singular component. This is not something you want to sacrifice your HP and go under 44. While medium and high qualities can go from up to 10 to 30 to even 50 gold. If you're 50 gold ahead of the entire lobby, that just means you can go like an entire level ahead, get to the units you want to first. And remember what I said about tempo. Tempo is a mix of both levels and gold. And if this Radiant Blessing provides you this much gold and this much basically levels, you will be ahead of in tempo. So this is why a lot of people say like, oh, my lobbies are so close, like they're all 1, 2, 2, 4, 9 HP. Well, this is mostly the reason why, is because the people who are behind the tempo, who are sacrificing HP for that economy, now have a comeback mechanism basically in the Radiance Blessing. So take note about that. Now to close this entire lesson, what does it mean to be in tempo? Basically, the whole idea of this entire presentation is you don't want to have less gold than other tacticians in the lobby, and you don't want to be down levels than the other tacticians. But remember what I said about the lobbies being really close? Well, it's because of this bad boy. They mess up the tempo of the lobby, and they provide more gold for members losing and really allowing them to come back more often. Although everyone in the lobby gets the same, payout, a lot of people get it later, and sometimes it's already too late for the top players to make a difference in their board, right? And that's why going for the radiant blessings, if it's a high quality or medium quality, is sometimes worth it. Thank you for listening to my video on tempo and TFT, the true pace, leveling gold. I hope you guys learned a lot. Look forward to my next few videos and analysis on top 5 comps in the meta, first reactions on Chinese TFT, and get with the times TFT lingo. What do you want to see next?